This quote right here, you can't tell me. It's like he knew. It's like he knew we were gonna be faced with a Trump. And I don't know, people don't like to read, but he said, Thomas Jefferson, the two enemies of the people are criminals and government. So let us tie the second down with the chains of the Constitution so that the second will not become the legalized version of the first. I'm gonna give you a moment to let that sink in for a little bit.
In 78 days, we're going to stop the radical left. We are going to win the state of Wisconsin, and we are going to win 4 more years. And then after that, we'll go for another 4 years because, you know what, they spied on my campaign. We should get a redo of 4 years.
Tennessee Republican Congressman Andy Ogles has introduced a House resolution to allow president to be elected to a third term. The resolution would require the amending of the 22nd Amendment of the Constitution. In a statement, Ogles said the amendment would, quote, allow President Trump to serve 3 terms, ensuring that we can sustain the bold leadership our nation so desperately needs. The proposal will now go to a House committee.
So my question is, where's all the he-he's and where's all the ha-has and the LOLs? You know what I'm saying? Because I've heard people talk about this, months ago, years ago, like, hey, Trump is the type of individual to run for a third term. He's going to fix the process or rig the Constitution so he could be a dictator. And people laughed. And I even chuckled like, okay, like, guys, okay, hey, we know Trump is a threat to democracy, but like, why would he attempt something like that, knowing that people are gonna go? Like, I was even almost like fooled by that. Like, okay, like, come on, guys. But no, that is not what's going on. That is not what we're talking about. They are actually trying to get something like this. Now, of course, there's people that are saying like, hey, it's not going to even pass Congress, this, that, and the third. But we're gonna get into that. But my question is, how many of the, it's not gonna happen type of moments when it comes to Trump and the Republicans that they succeeded in? Oh, Trump is not going to win. He's just a TV star. He's saying all these racist, bigoted things, grab him by the, he's not going to win. All right. Failed on that one. Okay. COVID hit. He's not going to like put millions of people lives and health at jeopardy. Hey, kind of failed at that. He's not going to, if he loses the election, he's not going to, hey, we seen January 6th. Hey, it's millions upon millions of immigrants here. He's not going to destroy families and put our economy at risk. Hey, what happened a few days ago? I'm just saying, guys, at some point, we can't just, be like Bill Maher and just be like, we'll kind of just see what he does. I'm not going to, trip about it until he actually does something. My question is, why are we allowing him to be in a position to make something like this possible? So let's go ahead and read this just real quick. This is a real thing, and it's weird to me. Like, Congressman pushes amendment to allow Trump a third term, but not Obama, not Clinton, and not Bush. Hey, how can you sit here and cherry pick who gets the? Hey, man, these dudes, Trump might be a bumbling idiot, but there's people who are working on his behalf that are not so stupid. And they're not so spineless either. Says a congressman is pushing for a law change that would allow President Trump to run for a third term, but not Democrats Obama or Bill Clinton. Representative Andy Ogles, Tennessee, proposed an amendment Thursday that would allow presidents 3 terms in office as long as they did not serve 2 consecutive 4-year stints. This would allow a third term for Trump, who 2 were interrupted by Joe Biden, but not for Obama, Clinton, or George W. Bush, who each served 2 consecutive terms. So, guys, hey, once again, it's mind-boggling, okay? And this is what's going to stress test democracy, okay? I don't want this to be in the history books, 20, 30, 40 years from now, and we are the generation that allowed one person to destroy a democracy into a dictatorship. Can we not do that, okay? Can we not be the laughing stock of future people reading today and what's going on? I am begging, like, hey, come on. I mean, we already have a bunch of clowns that people can look back 20, 40, 60 years from now and laugh at. Can we not do this? But it might be too late. But let's go ahead and
So that is Dan Goldman. Can we go through the article a little bit? I just want to let's go through this article, Andy. So Dan Goldman there. When President-elect Donald J. Trump met with House Republicans on Wednesday morning, he suggested he might need their help to try to circumvent the Constitution and run for a third term in the future. A comment that was met with laughter by his friendly audience. I suspect, and I'm quoting, "I won't be running again unless you say he's so good, we've got to figure something else out," Mr. Trump told Republicans who appeared to take it as a joke. Okay. Dan Goldman didn't take it as a joke, and this is what he said when he was asked about it by reporters, and I believe he introduced a bill or something to clarify it. Here's Dan Goldman.
Yeah, they always say he's joking. It's always Trump being Trump or he's just joking, but this is his MO. Mm-hmm. He will drop in something outlandish, claim he's joking, but then he starts to repeat it more and more, and it starts to become normalized.
Congressman Troy Nehls, one of Trump's closest allies on Capitol Hill, repeatedly assured reporters that the president-elect would only serve 1 more term.
Oh, stop it, you guys. Stop all that. President Trump's going to be president for 4 more years. That's what we have.
No.
Stop all this stuff. Don't you guys have more important things to focus on and instead of all that garbage?
Well, Congressman Goldman came to us.
I don't. What is Congressman Goldman? I don't know. The point I'm making is we had a great meeting this morning.
Okay.
President Trump shows up.
Okay. Stop it, guys. No way. No. It's never going to happen. And then here's the resolution.
And
here's the resolution.
Boom. There you go. Once again, people are being duped by Donald scam artist Trump. Like, this is, like old boy said, this is his MO. And people are continually falling for it. And at some point, it's going to be nothing left to fall for. Because then guess what? He's going to do whatever he needs to stay in office. I know a lot of people giggle. Haha, you're crazy. What is this? Is this an April Fool's? Like is he pulling a prank like what, 3-4 months in advance? Like, hey, got you guys. April Fools, Like, no, hey, No, that's not how that works. Even with the whole Trump talking about he's going to go against his political enemies. He said that for what, the past 4 years, 5 years? And then I'm seeing pundits on all these debates and everything. Like, no, he's not going to do that. He was just saying that just for the gram. He was just saying that just to, build up a lot of, support and rally up the troops and everything. But he's not going to really do that. I mean, come on. I know him personally. This is what the young lady said. I know him personally. He's not going to do that. Well, what about that executive order that he implemented on the first day? I don't know. It's guys, man, holy. It just seems a little bit more dark and dark throughout the days. We're not even a full weekend, guys. We're not even a full weekend, and he's stress testing the hell out of our democracy. And if it shows any cracks, he's going to do what he can to slip right on in. Hey.
Here's the resolution, joint resolution. Let's see if I have the joint resolution. I know, guys, I know you guys think I'm nuts, but it is Friday. Andy, can you enlarge that so I can just read some of it? Because here's the resolution. Proposing an amendment to the Constitution of the United States to provide that no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than 3 terms. Now, that is the one this is the Goldman one, right? Yes. That's the Goldman one. We don't have.
No, this is Andy.
This is Andy Ogle. Okay.
He's changing it to 3 terms.
More than 3 terms. There we go. Okay, so this is the resolution from, this Congressman Nell says, no, it's not going to happen. And then all of a sudden, boom, here's the resolution. 3 terms. Come on. I told you so.
Hey.
And I wouldn't be so sure that it might not happen. There's a CNBC report as well, right? Showing constitutional amendment to allow Trump 3rd term introduced in the House. Key points here. A Republican House member introduced a resolution to amend the U.S. Constitution to allow President Donald Trump and any other future presidents to be elected to serve a 3rd term. Representative, keep that name, Andy Ogles of Tennessee introduced the measure days after Trump was sworn in for a 2nd non-consecutive term in the White House. The 22nd Amendment, as we know, currently bars anyone from being elected to more than 2 terms.
Yep. Hey.
Sounded like Oprah, right? 2 terms.
Hey, and guys, once again, of course, we can talk about the possibilities. What's his chances of getting this that amendment restructured? Like we can talk about that. I done watched plenty of people kind of more educated into what it takes. Well, what is needed. We can talk about all that. But my problem, and hopefully he doesn't, but what I'm saying is he has people in place in a lot of key areas to make these decisions. And that's the scary part.
Listen to her answer closely when she was asked during her confirmation hearing about this very thing.
As Attorney General, if confirmed, who would be your client?
My oath would be to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. The people of America would be my client. And it is also my job to advise the president. My client are the people of America.
Now, just off that, if you was to just clip that part out, okay. I mean, that's a rehearsed answer. We're not going to kid ourselves. but like at least you can take that and hold her accountable to that. But what the next follow-up question, it just feels like they all knew this was going to happen. So when she said this, maybe if when you seen this in real time, you wouldn't think nothing of it. But now looking back, it's like, oh, I think she knew about this. And the way she phrased this, I don't know. I try not to dabble into conspiracies, but holy smokes, this is a little too close for comfort for me. Let's take a listen.
President, my client are the people of America.
A simple question of constitutional interpretation. Is President-elect Trump eligible to run for another term as president in 2028?
No, Senator, not unless they change the Constitution.
Oh, that is beautiful right there. Man, this is like Hydra. You know, like off the Marvel movies where they like, you know, implement their spies and like, you know, their own henchmen within deep of government departments. Like, you know, if you've seen the Marvel movies, like it seems like they were everywhere. This is them right here. Hey, Don, yes, I know. It's crazy. Like, what more do we need to do? And, you know, they said this about Roe v. Wade. Like, you know, abortion, you know, rights, like, they're not going to mess with that. Look how long this was federal law. They're not going to, they can't. They don't have the, you know, fill in the blank. They can't do the fill in the blank. They're never going to fill in the blank. Hey, what happened? Man, this is a hell of a time to be in right now. Like, it is crazy. We're literally living history that we know for a fact that's going to be talked about from years on end, unless like the whole world is destroyed, then it's like nothing really matters. But like, they're going to be talking about this moment. And man, oh man, I hope they watch this video to know that not everybody was drinking the Kool-Aid. Not everybody was like brainwashed by these racist idiots that just only want to consolidate power for themselves. You know, like it's just confusing to me. And we're gonna end this with some quotes here because I love quotes, you know. And this one right here is from Thomas Jefferson. Hey, say what you want about him, but this quote right here, you can't tell me. It's like he knew. It's like he knew we were gonna be faced with a Trump. And I don't know, people don't like to read, but you know, he said, Thomas Jefferson, the two enemies of the people are criminals and government. So let us tie the second down with the chains of the Constitution so that the second will not become the legalized version of the first. I'm gonna give you a moment to let that sink in for a little bit. Okay? If you got to rewind this joint, play it again, let that sink in. Then he goes on to say, an elective despotism was not the government we fought for. Hey guys, this is not supposed to happen. This can't be what this transforms to what they want it to be. This was not what it's supposed to be. So once again, it shouldn't even be a conversational starter for anybody in government. Oh, you know, maybe if we kind of tweak this and, oh, you know, a mandate, I'm pretty sure you're going to hear that a lot. Oh, you know, this is what he needs to finish the job. No, this is not what it was meant to be by any imagination, no stretch of the imagination. This is what it was supposed to be. And it's a reason for it. And I don't want to F around and find out. That simple. You know, wait until like 50, 60, 70 years when, you know, AI is already taken over and we probably got like AI zombies running around eating everybody. Like, then we can make Donald Trump dictator. Like, sure, go for it. But not right now, okay? Life could get better. But once again, guys, if you agree or disagree with anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments down below or hit that Discord button so me and you can have that one-on-one talk. And like always, let's have that conversation.